I guess what better time in celebration of this than to do the hold on, I'm dying. My tier list. Ah, here we go. Let me get some nice jammers back here. You want to see Mr. Bean jump? Set title. I need a very, very, very viral clickbait title. Set title. No, my title's not too fucking long, bro. Why do you guys have that auto response? You fucking nerds. You guys are nerds. Okay. Look at this. So I don't know the context of any of these. I don't know the context of any of these photos here. Let's see if I can get rid of my background here. All right. So these were provided to me from his community. Some of these are insane. And I don't know if are a lot like these. This is, you can't do this, right? So there's that. If you guys can provide any context for these, feel free to do so. Because I don't know the context of these. Yeah, I've decided to join the United States Marine Corps again. Yeah, that new YouTube video. Going viral, Gray Face, No Space. Okay, so again, I don't know the context of any of these, right? I don't watch the streams. I don't consume the content. I'm not a fucking cub. You know what I mean? Like, I got a life. I go out there, I get laid, and I have sex and stuff like that. So usually I'm too busy having sex to like do this kind of stuff, to familiarize myself with all this. So I have what I will call default wubby. Okay. This music is a little too emotional. I don't like it. I don't want it. A little too emotional. I need something. Final Fantasy? Okay, I'll do Final Fantasy Radio. Zoom in. How do I get rid of these fucking ads, man? This is horrible. Ad blocker? I got a support code. I can press X, right? Okay. This first one we call default. I think it's pretty standard. This actually looks so default. It looks AI generated. This looks fake to me. I'd have to say look-wise, good. Decent glasses, good-looking facial hair, whatever. Can't really go wrong with that. I'd say that's... objectively and impartially speaking. B, because, brother, that looks good. No, S, because it's not Racist. So is this is he pregnant in this one? Okay, no, this is going to be on a terminology of acceptable, what I personally deem as acceptable. S is very acceptable. D is unacceptable. Okay? So it's less an attractive thing and it's more of a acceptable thing. I'd say this is acceptable. He looks fine. Pregnant? A pregnant man? It's 2026, right? I'd say that's acceptable. Gassan, thank you. Thank you very much, Gassan. Thank you very, very much. This look. Wow, Gassan, thank you. Wow. Is this acceptable? It sort of has a little bit of a prison neo-Nazi. It's like he was in prison and joined the very obvious white people gang while he was in prison. I don't find this one to be acceptable, but he still looks not as bad as some of the other ones that are probably going to be next in line. American Wubby X? Yeah, I would say so. This, not a big fan of him copying my thing. So I find that one to be unacceptable. Not a big fan of him copying my green suit thing. This one, I cannot even begin to accept that that's him. Looks like a 4chan nerd. Not acceptable. What's on his forehead in this one? Is that a Konoha hidden leaf thing? I don't like, I'm not a big weeb. Not a big fan of that. Unacceptable, unacceptable, unacceptable. The clown looks good. I think it's a great representation of his personality. And I think that's why we're going to put that one in S. How did I know? Oh, I know because I've beat the shit out of enough weebs to where I've been able to observe the culture. Now, this is the original. This is what they call Pay Money Ka. And there's been some incredible artwork on this one. I'd say this is S tier acceptable. Absolutely. In fact, that might actually be a peer worthy. Yeah. Following the clown. His hair kind of looks like a Shaolin monk in this one. And I kind of like that. I find that to be culturally expressive. Some people might not accept that. As I know, just like, you know, white people being oppressed and stuff like that. So I wouldn't say that it's S, but it's A. I think it's good for him to just kind of stretch out of his comfort zone there. Louis C.K. Shut the fuck up. This is definitely not real. What the fuck is this? Yishi, I'm gonna de-skin you and I'm gonna sell your skin. I'm gonna sell your skin. He looks like he sells used cars. And is violent. Is that a weapon? Is he holding a weapon? Is that a slingshot? I'd put that as at B. So this isn't acceptable, right? If I did this, I'd be in big trouble, and that makes me envious, right? Unless somebody else did that. So I deem that as unacceptable. As me, especially being a justice warrior. It's inclusive, if anything. Password manager. Okay. This looks like when I go to... This looks like a normal day at a coffee shop in Austin. This right here. And I'd say that's remarkably acceptable. Keeping it's a keep Austin weird kind of look. This looks like it says fuck whites. I'd say that I'm okay with being white and I disagree with him. Can I say that? And I find that to be unacceptable. Not saying I'm proud, not a proud white thing, but I've accepted it. And, you know, how do you say that? Is that brave? You can't say that? Personally, my favorite version of Wubby right here. Burger Wub. Oh, you came in right at the end. I went into the Discord 2 weeks ago, and these photos were given to me. Now, in terms of acceptable to unacceptable, and I'm going to have to drop this one at the absolute end for it not being acceptable. I'll let you guys guess why. It could be acceptably unacceptable. Well, you know why? Every tier list that I do is usually S or D. So I don't find there to be much space in between. I don't like the gray space in between. I really don't. But that concludes that tier list in terms of it being acceptable to unacceptable. Number one, the most acceptable being this PM Ka. Least acceptable, being his rendition of the guy from Family Matters. So. Oh, is that Mr. Potato Head? Okay. All right. Okay. God forbid a Latino gets a little darker in the summer. Can I return to a little bit of Mr. Bean before we go to Arby's?